Yeah, hey everyone, this is Dwayne with Dwayne's Diagnostics and Mobile Auto Repair. And I'm out on a mobile job today. Actually have a few cars I'm working on at this location. This Malibu is going to be one of them. And then there's a Civic right next to it that I got to look at. And actually had to buy some brand new 1234 YF gauges the other day to actually work on this Malibu, because I didn't have those gauges. But what I'm working on right now is this 2003 Mustang GT that it had some AC valves leaking, and it had a bad constant control relay module, which actually controls the AC clutch and like the PCM main relay and a couple of fan relays. And it's actually up in here behind this wheel liner. But I replaced that the other day, and had to come out today and replace I replaced just the positive terminal with just one of these universal ones, which I know is is not very good, but we kind of just had to do what we could do to kind of make it better. The positive terminal was actually broken and corroded and rusted, and this negative one was pretty bad too, but I cleaned it up as good as I could, and these things look a million times better than they were. I didn't want to mess with this negative one because it looked like it kind of might have been more trouble than it was worth, and it's actually not in too bad of shape. It kind of has some little cracking right there, but it's clamped on there good and tight. So after I replaced this high side valve the other day, but I didn't have the correct low side valve I needed, so I had to get some of those the other day, and I replaced this low side valve today, and now just vacuumed out the system. See my vacuum pump down here, and I had a vacuum on it for like 40 minutes, and it's still holding like a perfect vacuum right at about 30, and it's been probably about 15 minutes since I turned the pump off. So that means this thing shouldn't have any leaks at all. So I'm actually getting ready to charge it up now. Got a bunch of cans of Freon here, and another can adapter in case I need it. I got one here on this tap that my buddy actually gave me. I actually didn't even know about these can adapters until he told me about them, and these work really good for actually letting all the Freon or refrigerant out of the cans. I'm sure it's a problem that a lot of people have, because I had it on like multiple different cans, where it seems like the Freon just doesn't want to come out. But if you get these little adapters, it helps it all come out of the can. I don't know how these adapters work any better than just these taps, but they seem to let the Freon out of the can a lot easier and quicker, and you can empty the can, which I always seem to have problems with them before my buddy told me about this and gave me this one. But yeah, so for anyone out there that doesn't know about those, and you are charging with the little cans, I would buy one of those. But yeah, I'm getting ready to charge this thing up, and hopefully it should be blowing some cold air here within a few minutes or so. So I'll probably come back to the video and show you that, but I'm gonna have to pause it right now. Yeah, so charging it up actually didn't go as well as I was hoping it would have. I was putting the first can in, and all of a sudden started seeing a mist like blowing all around the belts, and coming this way to the left side, a big mist and fog, and smelled like Freon. And I've had to check it over here for a few minutes, and I ended up finding it's leaking right here. I don't know if it's coming out of just these lines here, if maybe they have some bad O-rings. I don't know if I can show it to you, but I just added a little Freon because I could hear the leak, but I couldn't see it. And the Freon was actually dripping right down that line right there, underneath this fitting here. So I don't know if that line might be cracked, or the O-rings in there just might not be sealing good. But it looked like it was coming out pretty much right below that fitting, so I'm assuming that's probably it. So that kind of sucks, because I just vacuumed out the system and wasted a can of Freon. But that's kind of how it goes. So yeah, I'll have to disconnect those lines and see if I can put some new O-rings on there. So yeah, I might come back to the video here in a minute. Yeah, so I've been messing around with this thing, trying to get to that line, and it's actually hard to get to because the radiator is in the way. But I did end up getting the bolts out, and I can move the line a little, but not quite enough to clear the radiator. But it does look like this line is the one where the leak was coming from. I can't really see the O-ring very well, but it does look like this is where the leak was coming from. So I tried to loosen up the radiator. There was a hold down on each side, and then this coolant bottle was attached here. I thought if I loosened that, it might help me get some wiggle room with the radiator, but it didn't at all. I can't even budge the radiator. I think it's bolted in down here, and it's connected to the condenser also. And looks like I'd probably have to take out the headlights, and I'm not sure what else. The ABS module. The ABS module is right down here, kind of right in front of the radiator. So looks like it might be kind of a pain to try to get that radiator out of there so that I can get to those O-rings and get those lines off. But I'm probably gonna have to talk to the customer on this one, and I'm sure they want me to fix it, but I don't really have time to do it today. It's getting later in the day, and I don't really want to mess with it. I was going to look at one of these other cars also today, so I'll end up having to talk to the customer, and probably end up having to come back tomorrow on this one. Yeah, that's about all I can really do. I don't want to be out here working on this thing in the dark. So just figured I'd come back and do an update on that. And I guess if they have me work on it tomorrow, then I'll do a follow-up video and hopefully show the AC actually working and blowing cold. But yeah, that's probably all I got for this one. So I will talk to you on the next one. So one more little thing that I thought I would add to this is for anyone watching this all the way through that saw, the vacuum gauge was holding vacuum, like a perfect vacuum, for like at least about 15 minutes. And you know, that means there was no leaks. So, you know, it kind of doesn't make sense. Like, if there was no leaks, then why all of a sudden did this O-ring blow out, you know, as soon as I added the first can? And basically, from what I've heard from other people, how they explained it, and it makes sense to me, but because when you have a vacuum on the system, then it's you know, it's sucking the O-ring down towards the vacuum the opposite way. But then when you you know, you add the Freon and build up pressure, then it's blowing out the O-ring the other way. So when it's got the vacuum on it, it can actually seal up a leak, so you won't know it's there. But obviously it showed up once I put pressure on it with the can of Freon. Then it totally blew out. So just figured that I'd add that to the video, because kind of didn't make sense to me there for a second. But I remember hearing that from other guys, how they explained how that would happen. So that makes sense to me, that how this one happened, you know, that it was showing a perfect vacuum on the gauge, but then as soon as I put any pressure on it, then it just blew out. But just figured I'd add that to the video. But yeah, that's all I got on this one, and I will talk to you on the next one.